In order to solve the British Airways dispute, it's essential that the parties move from lose-lose to win-win as a negotiating attitude. Lose-lose means that both parties feel that it's more important to damage each other than to secure a win for themselves. And lose-lose certainly characterises the dispute at the moment. If you look at the language being used by both sides, it illustrates this. So Unite talk about Willie Walsh as being macho, petty and vindictive. And Willie Walsh talks about Unite as being dysfunctional and out to destroy BA. And the behaviour on both sides reflects the colour of this language. So we recently had radical representatives of Unite swarming around Willie Walsh as they invaded ACAS in order to remonstrate with him directly. And what about the lose-lose behaviour from Willie Walsh? He came into this strike saying he wanted to save £62 million, and so far the strikes have cost him £120 million. So where's the win in that? If the attitudes don't change, then this dispute will just trundle along until either the parties are exhausted or one party is able to impose a solution on the other. But if that happens, it'll be a win-lose solution. And the problem with win-lose solutions is they don't tend to stick. Why? Because no one likes ending up being a loser. So whoever loses will just store up a grudge until the dispute explodes again. What to do? One thing that would be helpful would be to change the climate of the negotiation from hostile to cool and objective and data-driven. One way of doing this might be to change the negotiating personnel. Perhaps Willie Walsh should take himself out of the negotiation, and so should Messrs Woodley and Simpson of Unite, and they could replace themselves with other experts who take some of the tone and heat out of the discussions. Another thing that might be helpful would be to move the venue for the negotiations onto an actual aeroplane flight. Why? Because that would be a constant reminder to the participants of the purpose of the business about which they're both fighting. So all of these steps might help move the parties along on the flight path to win-win. If none of these things happens, then I fear that heavy turbulence may keep the British Airways negotiations grounded for some time to come.